As you enter the next room, you notice a green light illuminating bodies strewn across the floor. As you continue to look around, you notice that the source of this light seems to be moving, approaching you. And around the corner comes a flaming skull. Upon seeing you, its eyes burn bright red and it screams out, "You should not be here!" Hey there, Dungeon Masters. Cartoon Lark here with another episode of Boss Battle, where we take a look at how to make your boss battle the best battle ever. And this week, we're looking at the Flameskull. Now, the Flameskull is a classic monster and a horrifying one at that. But to make this the best battle ever, I recommend having this happen in 3 phases. First off, I want the Flameskull's hit points maxed out so he's able to make some bad decisions and let the players get some extra hits, and he's going to have a better chance to use all of his abilities. The Flameskull has a ton of abilities in 5th edition, and if we don't give him the chance to use these abilities, then it kind of takes away from the scariness of this monster. First thing I recommend is having whatever area he's guarding be also protected by a slew of either skeletons or zombies. So the first round of combat, this Flaming Skull can show himself, reveal that he's there, and as his first action, awaken all these creatures. 8 or a dozen or so monsters suddenly start to stand up. This can be great for building the scene and give the players a chance to try to figure out what is our plan going to be. So stage 1, the Flaming Skull, brings to life all the monsters. You could even call that stage 0 because it's before the combat has really started. At this point, the players now have to decide, do we take out the skull or do we start to attack all the zombies? Let's get to stage 1 officially. At this point now, all the monsters should have stood up. They're ready to start attacking, and the Flaming Skull, if he hasn't been attacked already, is going to set up one more target for the players to deal with, and this will actually help take care of some of the zombies as well. He's going to drop on the players a flaming sphere. Now, this thing is going to be rolling as the bonus action for the monster every turn until he starts taking hits, and we'll talk about that in a little bit. So now, stage 1, zombies start to swarm in. Flaming Sphere starts to roll around, and it's damaging not just the players, but also taking out some of the zombies in the process. Let's get to stage 2. Stage 2 of combat, if the Flaming Skull has been hit, at this point he's going to drop his Flaming Spear and put Blur on himself, another awesome ability that he can cast, where now he's going to be a little bit harder to hit, which will give him more time to use some of his other abilities. The players should have wiped out a few of the zombies at this point, depending on how you're running them, and now they can really start to direct their focus on that Flaming Skull. Stage 3 of combat. The zombies should have completed their swarming efforts against the party, and now everybody should be pretty much packed together, at least as much as they're going to be for this fight. At this point, the Flaming Skull will drop his strongest move, the Fireball, clearing out the rest of the zombies and doing massive damage on whatever players are caught in that melee. Stage 4 of combat, the Flaming Skull can now start to use his magic missiles to continue to hit the party, maybe even spread them out between each party member, so they're just doing a little bit of damage as the Flaming Skull is starting to sputter out. If he needs to, he can also resort to his Fire Ray to do a little bit of damage to a single opponent as well. In conclusion, to make your battle with the Flaming Skull the best battle ever, we're going to start with stage 1, zombies attack, and we summon a Flaming Sphere. Stage 2, we blur out to make sure nothing else can hit us. Stage 3, the Fireball hits, dealing massive damage, and stage 4 onwards, we sputter out with a couple magic missiles and some fire rays. Use these tips and whatever environmental factors you can to make your battle with the Flameskull the best battle ever. Be sure to like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next video.